Yo guys, it's your boy Rod Reacts and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my top 10 NBA centers of 2021. So without further ado, let's get into this list. So number 1, I have Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, offensively, he still shows his value. Like right now, he's averaging 18 points, 15 rebounds for this season so far. That's no joke. Really guys, that's no joke. So we can see the value offensively that he does bring, whether that's catching lobs, putbacks, finishing, post moves, whatever. Yes, his game doesn't translate as well for today's, NBA. But still you can see his value, and on top of that, defensively, he's been very good. Good rim protector for the Cavs, and also in terms of the rebounds on the glass now, he's been very dominant on the glass. I mean, the guy's averaging 15 rebounds. That's more than any other center on this list, so you can see how dominant he is in terms of the glass. So I've got Drummond as number 10. Number 9, I've got Jusuf Nurkic. Now I know he's had a rough start this season, 9.8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists his average, and he was recently injured again with his wrist, so I don't know the timeline for that. But the Blazers had issues. A third offensive option and defense. The Blazers defense was just pure vibes, and Nurkic actually provided good rim protection and good rebounding. So that really uplifted them. Like in the bubble, the guy was averaging 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. So you can also see offensively, he was able to obviously see the floor and make passes. Like he was constantly giving Feeding McCollum on those backdoor cuts and Damian Lillard. So, we got to really see his value and potential. Yes, like I say, he's having a slow start this season, but hopefully he bounces back. At number 8, I have Nikola Vucevic. And right now, this season, he's averaging 22.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. So, Vucevic is one of the few centers who just does everything well. Like, he just does everything well. He can stretch the floor and shoot the three. I think his 3-point percentage was about 33% last year. So it just shows how he can stretch the floor out. He's got good vision, good court vision, and good passing instincts. You can see that by the 3.5 assists so far. He's able to find these guys and see his open teammates when needs be. On top of that, defensively, he's an excellent rebounder and he is able to protect the rim. So him doing this, and shooting that percentage and just still doing everything so well increases the Magic's chance to get to the playoffs again for the first straight season. So that's it. Yep, I've got Nikola Vucevic at number 8. At number 7, I have DeAndre Ayton. Now, Ayton, his skill set is great. He's got a good skill set, especially for that Suns team. In his first season, he averaged 16 points and 10 rebounds. Second season, 18 points and 11 rebounds. This season, yes, 12.5 points, 11 rebounds. So his rebounding and his work on the glass has sort of stayed at a high level and continued to grow. And obviously in terms of points, his points may have kind of dropped because now you've got Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and many other good supporting roles players at the Suns. So maybe offensively, there's not, he does have a responsibility, but he also has other options as well. But anyway, in terms of that, his game inside, outside, all around, like you see, he's a great rebounder, great on the glass, great rim protection. He's athletic, able to run the floor as well. So his game is translatable to the NBA today. So yeah, I have DeAndre Ayton at number 7. Number 6, I've got Rudy Gobert. Now, understand offensively, many people might say he's just vibes, and he might be just vibes, but he still gives you something. I mean, he's averaging 11.6 points so far this season. So I know the Jazz are off to a rough start, but you could argue and say there's no other NBA player like Gobert who really affects their team's defensive abilities. The guy's called a Stafford Tower for a reason, and he's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. It just shows how great his defense is to a point where it almost elevates and kind of makes you look past his offensive abilities. So I've got Rudy Gobert at number 6. At number 5, I have Kristaps Porzingis. Now, obviously last season he played the center role, so I've just kind of listed him as a center. Some might put him as PF, but I'm just counting him as a center right now. Obviously he's just only started the season. He made his debut against the Hornets, dropped 16 points, 4 rebounds, light. Just the injury debut. I'm just getting the feel out, and injuries actually have held him back with everything, because he should be even better than he is and higher ranked, but because of injuries, yes, it's held him back. But last season alone, he was doing damage for the Dallas Mavericks. He was close to unguardable for any opposing center who was coming up against him. There's only a few maybe who was a great matchup, but the guy's game polished. He can play he can literally play an all-round perimeter game if he wanted to, from the perimeter, from the free, from mid-range, completely solid. His game completely translates to the modern day. Post moves, he's got post moves, footwork. Offensively, he's going to give you everything. He's also one of the NBA's best rim protectors as well. You can't deny that. 7'3", athletic. Come on, let's really think about this. Take it in. I know he's been injured, but I'm definitely putting him there at number 5, and hopefully he can stay healthy. At number 4, I have Bam Adebayo. This season right now he's averaging 17.4 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Bam Adebayo, what more can I really say? The guy has improved dramatically from when he's first come into the league. His court vision, instincts and playmaking is very important to the Miami team, and you could say it is better than every other player that I have actually named. So, and we saw that with Miami. Even him having one of the best 2020 performances, obviously one of the best 2020 performances in the playoffs. When in the game 6 in the conference finals, when he dropped 32 points, 14 rebounds and 5 assists, and he had that incredible block on Jason Tatum. It was legendary. But with Bam Adebayo, we all know what he's going to give you. His court vision, playmaking, which is very important, especially in the half offense as well. He's rebounding, he's going to get you those boards. And some may say he's an undersized center, but he's doing very and extremely well. And just thought, this guy, I had to put him at number 4, no matter what. His skill set is literally built for today's NBA. At number 3, I've got Karl Anthony Towns. The guy's averaging 22 points, 12.5 rebounds and 4 assists. He's able to play make. He is one of the best shooting centers in the league right now, maybe even the best. He might even go down as one of the best 3-point shooting centers, or just the best shooting center of all time. He could. He's already knocked down 507 threes in his career so far, and that's the 5th most amongst centers all time. So that really goes to say something. His game offensively, he's great off the dribble. He's got a good handle. He's got a step back which should be banned. It really should be against the law. He's got post moves. I guess some people question his toughness, but offensively he's in the bag. Defensively as well, he's able to protect the rim. He can switch on multiple defenders too, and it's just like the only things that are really just annoying and bad about Towns is his attitude, his effort, his energy. It's almost to the point where he's lazy. But damn, if you can be lazy and be this good, sign me up. Because the guy obviously has so much potential to be even better. So I just hope that he can really switch up and actually put more effort in and not be lazy and really actually go for it. At number 2, I have Joel Embiid, and this season he's averaging 25 points, 11.5 rebounds and 3 assists. Embiid, there's no argument. He definitely is the second best center in the NBA. His athleticism, His athleticism, offensively, defensively, very well polished. You know, he can beat you from outside, take you inside, post up. I would like to see him be a bit more of a back to the basket kind of guy, but he's one of the most gifted centers we've seen on both ends of the floor. And you know, some may even say he's quite similar, one of the closest things we've seen to Hakeem Olajuwon. So you know, you guys can decide that, but I think, you know, personally, yeah, he is. And you know, I know he's been questioned a lot of times about his health and his shape as well, and you know, in terms of player success, you know, it might be a bit shaky and that, but I just think, obviously, yes, some of the health issues have held him back, but he still hasn't stopped how dominant he is, and he is one of the most dominant players in the game, as well as the second best center in the league. He even just dropped about 45 points, I think it was 45 points and 16 rebounds. The guy is a beast, there's no doubt or question about it. So yes, I've got Joel Embiid as number 2. And at number 1, we have Nikola Jokic. There's no debate. Nikola Jokic is the best center in the NBA right now. Easily. No debate. I mean, we've seen enough to confidently give this to Nikola Jokic. Obviously, the only thing, that downside, or what he kind of lacks in, was his athleticism, which I understand, cool. But his athleticism is not as great as a Joel Embiid, for example, or Bam Adebayo. But look how amazing and dominant this guy is. He makes it up with his talent. I mean, just this season alone, obviously, he's just started, but 24.2 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy is averaging a triple-double. Come on. You know when you gotta put your hands up, it's done. Like, really and truly, let's break it down. Defensively, great rim protector, rebounder. You know, obviously lacking athleticism, kind of pulls him back a bit, but still great on defensively. His passing instincts and passing IQ, he's averaging 10 assists. He loves to find his guys, whether it's a full court pass, cutting back door, a handoff. No matter what it is, he will find you. You know, when you just play with a guy who is always going to find you and feed you in the right way, that is Nikola Jokic. Offensively, inside, post up, his footwork, he has you on ropes. He can take you off the dribble from the free, he can shoot from the free, and don't forget about his one-legged shot from mid-range, which is unguardable. The guy is a beast, and the bubble from the bubble alone, we've seen that's even more than enough to really put a stamp on it. And that's the end of the video, guys. Comment down below what your top 10 is, or who you would change on my list. Let me know, because I really want to know what you guys' lists are, if you want to compare it to mine. Now on the screen, I'm putting also on, besides obviously I've said my list, but I've also put 2 other lists. These are 2 lists that I've asked my friends to create, just so you can get also another, you know, aspect of top 10 centers from someone else. So let me know whose list is more fire, because obviously it is my list, you know what I mean? No offense, boys, but come on, let's be real now. I mean, I got the list, I got the information, you know what I'm saying? I got the drop, you know, I got the drop. So yeah, but before I do go, just honorable mentions. I cannot remember, I don't think I did say it, but my honorable mentions, I had Christian Wood there, Jonas Valanciunas and Jarrett Allen as my honorable mentions. But yeah, let me know what you think about all my list and the other 2 lists as well. Make sure you comment down below who your top 10 NBA centers are. Also, if you like the content today, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, like, share the video, because we come in bigger and better this year, you know what I mean? Without further ado, peace out.